Pablo. Nowadays they call me Pablo. Nowadays they call me Pablo. Nowadays they call me Pablo.
And we locking the doors up, man. If you got keys, man, I don't know how y'all gonna do this. We rocking, man. I don't even care. You know what it is, man. It's your boy Sama. I ain't got no big homie, man. I don't know what y'all talking about, man. Nobody tell me nothing, man. I don't know what y'all be talking about out there, man. I don't know how y'all be living out there, man.
Chappelle situation going on, man.
Got next, man.
I'm gonna play this little clip real quick.
Ohio comedian Dave Chappelle is drawing attention for his comments at a Yellow Springs Village Council meeting. Chappelle and many others in the community are opposed to a plan for affordable housing development. At a recent meeting, Chappelle took to the microphone and said he would pull his millions of dollars in business investments from the town if the development went through. Chappelle argued that the village needed to build a school to attract young families. Other residents have raised concern over potential traffic issues as well as a lack of parking and a shortage of amenities. The village voted down that plan.
We get into it. Let's hit Dave Chappelle's exact words and all that real quick, because he was up there himself. His video is there.
Can I go? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Hi, I'm Dave Chappelle. I just want to say, and Marianne, I could talk to you about this privately. I don't know why the village council would be afraid of litigation from a $24 million a year company while they X out a $65 million a year company. I cannot believe you would make me audition for you. You look like clowns. I am not bluffing. I will take it all off the table. That's all. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Chappelle.
Yeah. So pretty much what's going on there is Dave Chappelle and a group of other citizens that live in the town, the city he lives in, and whatever, was opposed to the city planning affordable housing in their city, in their neighborhood, so to speak.
In their community, for the most part.
Huh?
In their community, right? And directly in his community.
Right. So we know what comes with low income. You feel me? Of course, we also know that there's an issue where we're living in a situation where a lot of people are short on bread right now, and a lot of people are heading towards homelessness. So I understand also where there's a need for it, but then who actually wants that in their neighborhood? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that shit is kind of, they calling him Uncle Ruckus right now. So you know Dave Chappelle don't care about the backlash, but
yeah, he really
they calling him Uncle Ruckus. He kind of looked like Ruckus right there when he was talking. He did kind of look at. He was like, "Hi, I'm Dave Chappelle."
Right.
But
right. Made it clear he's gonna take his money off the table.
Facts. So how you feel about that, man?
I mean, I don't know, man. I'm kind of perplexed with this one because, like, Dave Chappelle being, I mean, he's from the bottom. I'm pretty sure he's not from an affluent family. Of me remembering his you know, his whole journey throughout his comedic journey to being where he is now. I'm a little perplexed with this one, man, because like I said, as you said, we do know what can come. It's not guaranteed, but we know what can come with affordable housing, right? You know what I'm saying? When a couple of bad apples get in there, you know what I'm saying, and there goes the neighborhood, so to speak. And I think that's what Dave Chappelle and other people around him mind state is. But I just think that's kind of like forgetting where you come from, because everybody need to start somewhere. Now, if his community is really affluent, I don't know, like usually they wouldn't even let something like that even go down in a real affluent community. I mean, Dave Chappelle has millions of dollars, so I don't know exactly where he lives. I think that's in Ohio, right?
Yeah, he's in Ohio. And he's not in the area where it's like a lot of
rich, right?
Nah, he's right, like the richest guy there.
They lobby and don't even let shit like that go down in real affluent neighborhoods. Right. But all right, so he's in a decent neighborhood. And he got his home and his family there. I feel like he's a little Uncle Ruckus going on, because you got to let people get a chance, you know what I'm saying, to build, whether they starting from the bottom, and people need a little hand, man, to be in a decent neighborhood and have affordable housing in a great building or development, whatever he's building. So I think he's kind of tripping a little bit on this one, man. I think Dave need to check himself a little bit. I mean, I understand, like I said, we understand the ramification of what can happen.
Right.
But I mean, that's where the vetting process comes in and stuff like that, vetting families. And if you're going to be involved in the vetting process of families that get moved into the development that you have concerns about, then that's cool. But just to say you're going to take money that you want to invest in the community table, if they bring this development to end that can help a lot of families that's in need right now, as you said, I think that's just wrong. I'm not with that.
I dig it. Like it's a double-edged sword. One, I decided to move here for the reasons I decided to move here.
Right.
Now, once these reasons change, do I still want to be here? So, I mean, I understand the fact that people need affordable housing and they need that opportunity, whatever the case may be. But I also understand I don't want to, like, I don't want it across the street from me. Like, I don't want it. I moved here so that my kids don't have to grow up in that environment, and now you're gonna bring the environment to my door.
Right.
Nah, I'm not, like, and especially because I'm the guy here. Like, that's why I'm here. I'm here because I'm the guy here.
Right.
Feel me? And I'm talking about putting business and starting economic things here. You feel me? Letting my money circulate here. And y'all telling me that y'all want to do this for these people, so forget me. Which is cool. If that's the way the government feels about it, do it, and I'm going to leave. And he has the right to leave and take his money.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He
does. But like I said, if that's his, but I understand too, but if that's your concern, then move in an affluent neighborhood where your money can carry you, where they're not going to allow something like that to come. If that's how you're feeling, you know what I'm saying?
I don't want my kids to grow up with the.
Gonna bring that to your neighborhood.
Now check it. No. I don't want my kids to grow up with the upper class people, but I don't want my kid to grow up with the low class people either. So I picked the spot. You can though.
You can't. You can't.
Listen. This is the like, if you look at the place where Dave Chappelle lives, this is not a sought after spot. Like, this is not somewhere where people are like, he's in a rural area. You feel me? It's a small town, and he picked it out specifically for the reasons he picked it out. It's not a nice sunny. It's not sunny there. It's not like there's no amusement there. There's nothing there but Dave Chappelle, right? And this is the reason why I picked to be here. Right. So it's like, homeboy, I could dig where he come from. Like, I picked to be here for this reason. We don't know what Dave Chappelle does with his money. Dave Chappelle's from D.C., so he may be spending a lot of money back in D.C. to fix his old neighborhood. But do I want to live there? No.
Right.
You feel me? So it's like now you're telling me, and I'm just giving the community the opportunity to weigh their options, because if y'all do this, I'm out of here. Like, I don't see nothing wrong with that. Like, because at the end of the day, he's telling them, listen, y'all gonna do what y'all want to do anyway, but you're trying to please a $25 million company while kicking out the $65 million company. So weigh your options how you want to, and I'm gonna have to do what I gotta do. I'll take it all off the table. And I don't think nothing's wrong with that. And that's the problem with black people. We don't negotiate like that. We're not in the local scene of politics. We only look at the president and shit like that. But he's in the places where his money directly works for him.
Right. And see, but I get that, and all that's good and well. But like when it comes to helping families, though, this is about helping families that might need that helping hand to be in a, like you said, it ain't the most affluent neighborhood, but it's a decent neighborhood, decent town, decent community. Like I said, they have
This is gonna help white people, bro. This is gonna help low income white people.
Is it all white people? I don't
Damn
know.
near. Just by looking, let's rewind the video real quick.
I don't know why
Dave Chappelle looked like he's the only black guy in that room.
Right. So Dave Chappelle, pick your poison. Look where you living at. You live in, you know what I'm saying? Pick your poison then. You know what I'm saying?
But listen, because I picked it, for the reasons I picked it, I'm coming here to let y'all know that if y'all do this shit, I'm out.
Right.
And I mean it. And this is where we fuck up.
See you later than Dave. Bye. See you later than Dave. I mean, because like this.
But they're not going to do that.
Don't make us or break us.
Nah. You know what happened?
That's how I would look at it.
Nah, that's not what happened. What happened is they backed down on that deal. They decided they're going to invest into single-family homes starting at the range of $300,000 per home.
Okay, yes, yeah, I didn't have the specifics on what happened with that. So they backed out. So
So that was in the first video I played. That's what she was talking about on the news. Okay. So what they really did was they decided, okay, Dave is really serious. All right. And listen, a $300,000 home is not an expensive ass home.
That's not cheap either. It's not cheap, bro. They got single family homes for $150,000 out here in certain places. Especially a place like Ohio. I'm sure there's like not affluent neighborhoods where you can get a house.
These are going to be brand new homes. These are going to be brand new built homes, and they're going to be single family for middle class, somewhat of a middle class. Because listen, $300,000 is kind of towards the bottom of what houses cost across the country.
No, I get it, but either let's say $300,000. Even if you was a first-time home buyer, you was able to get an FHA loan. You're still going to be at around, after all taxes and fees, about $15,000 to $20,000 that you have to come out your pocket. So I'm just saying that there's situations where people have to come out less than that for first-time home buyers for a house that costs a little less. I mean, $300,000. Of course, there's houses that's $500,000 and better, is like the average and stuff like that. So I get $200,000.
Bullshit! A house across the street in the Bronx is $500 at minimum.
Listen, in my neighborhood too. Absolutely.
We're talking about the bullshit, the old rundown shit across the street.
Sure did. Well, this is New York City. You know what I'm saying? This is New York City. It's a whole different animal. Then some community, some not old ass, but some small, tight knit community in Ohio. You know what I'm saying? In the rural suburbs of Ohio. So but getting back to the point at hand, like I said, I still think
at the end of the day, also we got to realize he's talking about bringing business here, and I don't see my business thriving off of low income. We need people with money. So now it's not just about my living arrangement, it's about my investments. I plan on investing $65 million here, and you're about to tell me that you're going to get people who's going to spray paint on my shit.
Right. Allegedly. Right. And in terms of, like I said, it's a vetting process. I think, maybe it could have been more conversations instead of him just saying, listen, y'all do this, I'm out of here. Maybe he could have been a part of the vetting process for people that's moving in there. I know that sounds like a lot for him. He's a busy man. But I just felt like
I think that's why he was mad. I think he was mad because they were going on with this without speaking to him, and he was kind of like told by other people to come down there. And that was kind of the reason why he was mad. Like, y'all niggas is making me audition for y'all, and y'all know what the fuck I do for y'all here. Like, you're bugging. Like, you feel me? He was offended, as he should be.
Should have definitely been a part of the vetting process, and especially been part of the amount of money and putting in there. He should have been part of the whole process.
Let's keep it a buck. White people are in these city council meetings all across the country doing the same fucking thing.
Indeed.
They're just not Dave Chappelle.
Indeed. You know what I'm saying?
So it is what it is. Let's move right along, man. That was a good one.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
little Uncle and Dave is all good though, in my opinion.
Nah, definitely. I've seen Uncle Ruckus all through that.
He definitely got the right to have his qualms. So, but like you said, moving right along.